because it's been a real ride of trying to understand who, when and how they would find their way through. But this young man did it quite a while ago. He was the opening clear, third into the arena and second here in 2023. Delivered the clear brilliantly on King van Essien, as he has shown his talent all season long. There's the scratch details of the course of Barnvonix tonight. This jump-off round certainly has the twists and turns, and it's got a couple of big interesting runs as well that will come in it quite late on. But the first out to try is Thibaut Spitz. Is there anything from the beginning he can do to put this out of the reach of the stellar field that's going to follow fast behind? Hold tight, because if last night was anything to go by, they'll all commit and go. There's 85,000 euros in the prize fund. As the team around him watch on, every eye in this arena will be focused like ours on the next 20 minutes or so. The first of the 10 for the Grand Prix at Jumping Mechelen of 2025. Thibaut Spitz, King van Essien. We start over what was 10. We roll back round to fence 11. Beautiful stride now. Look how quick he was down to the Steffex fence. Now he's going to come back round to now what is a double. Upright parallel. Balanced up. Jumps through. Lands then and turn again. Then it's a... Oh, it's gone. It's gone. It's a really long run trying to make your mind up where you turn in. And this is going to be the key turn, because then it's a real run to the finish. Of course, though, he's already put the brakes on. Once the fence had gone, he took a lot of the pace out of the rest of the round. Nevertheless, he goes round in a final time of 37.90. Thibaut Spitz on a score of 4. King van Essien. I mean, this stride was brilliant. He judged it to perfection. Unfortunately, he just ended up with nowhere to go once he got to this one. Trying to jump it, it's one of those, you're always on the turn if you're trying to jump it at pace. Well, here we go with one of the favourites on paper. You never would not put the Double D in as a favourite when he's in there. He's up there with the likes of Julien Epillard and Gilles Thomas when you take a fleeting glance at the lineup. Now, he's been second in this Grand Prix twice before. Of course, he's won the World Cup here on a couple of occasions before. Can he put this Grand Prix over the line for him? He's one of course, 2 as part of the Steffex team tonight. This is Pepita van Timulenov BR, Daniel Deusser for Germany. Oh, nicely done. Very tight round the corner. Okay, he's down on Thibaut's time, but at the moment he's still clear. This was the fence that Thibaut had down. Daniel gets away with a little rub. Now, what is he going to do on the rollback turn here? Oh, he saw the stride. It was brilliant. Absolutely world class. Pepita running to the last. As long as he jumps it, we have the clear to set the standard at 37 seconds exactly. Daniel Deusser has laid his claim to the Grand Prix title here in Mechelen for 2025 with Pepita van Timulenov BR. But is it enough? I don't know that it is, to be fair. It's enough to put the pressure on, but it's only 0.9 faster than Thibaut, and we know that Thibaut took the pace out of it late on, and we know that Daniel was a second down at the split. So the important part of what Daniel Deusser has done is he's jumped the clear, and that turn was excellent, absolutely excellent. That's where he caught the second up on Thibaut. But you've got to believe there's more pace. Sport, as we said at the moment, that he crossed the line a little earlier, is always about fine lines. You can be one side or the other. On the occasion tonight, Mike van Olst was 100th of a second the right side of the line that was the time allowed. Now it's all about pushing. He knows that, we know that. Komel Foth of Def Z is the second chance for Belgium this evening. The second of the 5 for Belgium tonight with this 10-year-old mare. 37 seconds and a clear to beat. Now look at this for bravery. He saw that stride a long way away, but he couldn't get to the other side. So Daniel Duyser so far leads, but again, I think you're going to see he's quicker, and he is, and that's where Daniel's going to become vulnerable. Well, 38.14. Yes, in the end, he's that little bit slower, and yes, in the end, he's on a score of 4, but I think that all combines. But if I was Daniel Duyser, I would be very nervous if I was watching on from behind in the warm-up arena. Either way, not tonight, but it's been great to get him through to the jump-off. Well done, Mike. So 3 have gone, 7 to go. Still 3 more to come from Belgium. But now, as we watch the replays, getting set to join us and get going is the big winner from last night when he won on his World Cup winner, Donatella Doge. Now tonight, the man that, of course, finished second here in 2019 is France's one chance with this 9-year-old Grana Doge. Is it tonight that another star for the world number 9's stable begins to show how good they are? On paper, this is a huge threat to Daniel, if for nothing more than in the saddle is Julien Epillard. How's he going to go with Grana Doge? Wow. They needed all of the athleticism and agility to get over the second fence now. Can he get out of the double? Yes, he's got a second in his pocket. Oh, what happened there? Oh my gosh. Oh dear, it just, the rhythm, the balance, it all went sideways, and sadly that moment of whatever indecision came just cost Julien a chance at the win. He's coming home slowly. Keep your eye out for those two though. The big win last night went Julien's way, but I think in a weird way he'll probably be quite pleased with the way Grana Doge has gone. Okay, he'll have to understand just what happened, but maybe it's a little bit of still learning for the two of them. It was almost as if Grana went to go the wrong way and Julien had to correct it. It's hard to tell when it's all going on so quickly. Maybe we'll get a replay in a moment. But it means the Double D is still leading the way. Daniel Duyser is out in front. Germany, Stefek Stables leading for the moment. But now to the 25-year-old British star who rides for Jos Lansik. Jos, the winner here in 2013. And Robert Murphy now with the horse that took him to the win a couple of weeks ago in the Grand Prix of Salzburg. What chance a back-to-back double? Can he take on the challenge of beating Daniel Duyser here for the Grand Prix of Mechelen? Robert Murphy, Great Britain, Hulda G. Gets tight up to the wing. Oof, little tap, but he judged it. Now he's pushing. The split comes in the middle of the double. He's in. Big jump out. He's done it, and he's up by 0.88 on Daniel Duyser. And he's still clear with 2 to jump. This bit's going to be key because Daniel came really tight. Robert's gone a little bit wider. He's jumped it clear, and it's a simple chase to the last. Robert Murphy chasing down Daniel Duyser for the Grand Prix of Mechelen, and he's done it by 0.03 of a second. He has found 0.03 of a second over Daniel Duyser here this evening to put the British rider in front, but. And Rob will know this as well as you do. There are 5 still to go. But I'm not taking anything away from what he did. You need a bit of luck. That was a cracking turn, and this was the bravery. He got brave on the way down to the Step X fence. He was wider. Again, it's the ebb and flow, isn't it? He was quicker at the beginning than Daniel, but he had to then gave that time away by going wider on the rollback, coming into the second from home. But either way, for the moment, the balance is in his favour. Robert Murphy leads from Daniel Duyser. The top 2 are clear. Boy, does this horse have a big jump. There is plenty of power in Oryx Darharik TNL. This beautiful horse of Frederick Vianet, who is next up. The Tobago Z side stallion has certainly got plenty of dad in him. Has he got the pace to go with the power? We saw quite a jump in the first round. Can Belgium get to the top with Frederick Vianet and Oryx? 36.97 to beat. All deep and down. So no, 4 still to come. Big jump over the last for Frederick, 43.03. It's a steady round, but it's an 8 penalty round. And Robert Murphy therefore holds on, at least for the moment, with 4 big challenges coming his way. But what both Daniel and Robert have both done is they've put a huge amount of pressure on the riders that are coming to go for it. And in doing so, you know you've got to push from the beginning, and it is as easy as that to make a mistake. Still 2 chances for Belgium tonight. But of course there's also a chance for Ireland, and then there's this chance for Sweden, the lady that won it 2 years ago. The Step X stables were in the lead with Daniel Duyser. Could they go back to the lead with Petronella Andersson now? Sweden, yes, but very much for Belgium as well. She won it 2 years ago on Casina. Now her chance with the 11-year-old mare, Odina van Klapscheut. Could she make it 2 out of 3? Stefan watching on. Petronella Andersson. Oh, she's done a brilliant turn. Surely that's quick. Got a beautiful stride, very even now round the corner. I would say she's going to be quicker than Rob when she's up and down. She's through, and she's got half a second in her pocket. If she can get the turns right, she's got to get up and over the upright. That she's done. Now, this turn back is going to be absolutely key. She, like Robert Murphy, takes the slightly wider line. She's got over the upright. It's a simple chase to the finish. 36.97 is the time to beat. Can she get there? It's going to be nip and tuck. Will she do it? Oh, she has indeed. Sweden's Petronella Andersson, the winner from 2023, is in the lead 2 years later in the Grand Prix of Mechelen of 2025, and the Step X stables go back to the front. There is just nothing between the 4 of them. 36.50 leads. The top 3 separated by a straight out half a second. It is absolutely the finest of margins. What a sport this is. How do they do this with these horses? These horses are the most amazing animals. Their willingness and delight to work with their riders is what makes it all so special now. I think the first round was so special for this lady when she delivered the clear on VDL Kelton. Now can she do anything to bring herself into line in this jump off? Annelies Wilsemans, good luck. Jerome Doubledon, of course, in her corner. There he is, the Dutch legend. 36.50, but this is a ride with a massive stride. They're going to need every bit of it. The 10-year-old Bababali VDL. 1 of 2 for Belgium left to go. We're chasing Sweden now on 36.50. Annelies Vulsemans. Oh, she got the turn. Now she's got to use the pace and the stride. And she's doing that. It's going to be hard to tell until we get to the split. I don't know that she'll be that far off. Up and down. She is a little bit behind. 1.32 and the pole goes. And then there were two to challenge. Lands over the final fence. It's been a great night for her. And she's got a lovely horse. We saw, again, how well they jumped in Geneva the other week. And it's come again here in Mechelen. But for the moment, Petronella Andersson guaranteed a top 3 finish here this evening. The winner from 2 years ago is edging ever closer to making it 2 out of 3 years in a row. But there are still 2 to go. Ireland and Belgium yet to come. The current top 3, Sweden, Great Britain and Germany. Petronella Andersson, Robert Murphy, Daniel Deuser. Those are your 3 clear rounds. Now for Ireland. What a performance it was in the opening round from this 9-year-old. And this Irish star in the saddle is Jessica Burke. The ride is good started, Barry. Jessica is no stranger to the big moments. Can she bring something special? And it needs to be. Whoever manages to get up into that top 3 tonight has delivered something very, very special indeed. How fast is she willing to push the 9-year-old? Of course, there's always the percentage game to play as well, with only 3 clears and this being the first of the final 2. How fast do you want to go? 9 years of age. She's playing it sensible. And you understand that. She gets out over the double. Oh, no, she doesn't. And that's where it then works against you. Because there are some fast rounds on 4. Good start to Barry, though. Certainly a star ride for Jessica Burke going into 2026. It was a bit clear in the opening round. So, bad luck, Jess. Petronella Andersson guaranteed a top 2 finish. Robert Murphy guaranteed a top 3 finish. But we said at the end of the opening round, you could have written a script that would have said, what's the perfect lineup for a jumper? Who would be the right rider to sort of, if you were writing that script, to have as the last to go in Mechelen, in Belgium, at the end of the year that this young man has had, that saw the individual European bronze, the team gold medal going his way, as well as the Longines Global Champions Tour overall title. He has been a force of nature throughout the course of this season. Can he now bring home another 5-star Grand Prix victory in front of this, the most passionate audience he will have jumped in front of all year? And for the moment, at least, Mr. Calm is staying very cool as he has a little look up on top. He's got to be able to try and deliver a round quicker than 36.50 to overcome the lead of Petronella Andersson. There's no doubt the way these two have found their form in recent shows. That win in the Grand Prix of Stockholm proved that. But this is going to be tough. But is it to be a fairy tale ending in the Christmas Arena in Mechelen for the Grand Prix title? Gilles Thomas and Chuck van Manasson said. Up and down we go. Here we're on to it. He's got to be nearly. Oh, it's over! Petronella Andersson has won it again for the second time in 3 years. The script was not for Gilles. The script was something different. He is still pushing on. He's going to give this crowd something to cheer about, whatever. And he'll end up as the fastest on 4, and 37.35 gives him 4th place tonight. He pits his teammate Thibaut Spitz to the best of the rest outside of the top 3. But it is for Sweden tonight. It is for the Stefex stables tonight. Petronella Andersson that is going to be celebrating the winner of the Grand Prix here in Mechelen. She did it on Casino in 2023, and now in 2025, with that pole falling, she wins with Odina van Klapscheut for the Stefex stables and the DHG stables. Congratulations to them all. What an amazing result for the Swedish star tonight.